what's interesting about YouTubers today is like they've experienced that with your channel or maybe my channel. They were 10 and now they're 18 and they left high school and they've made their life decision based on the videos that they watched of yours or mine. And that's what's interesting to me is that when Epic Mealtime first started, I was just like, we're having fun, we're goofing off. But like in 2010, a common comment would be like, wow, there's no girls in the kitchen, which just seems so crazy to say that now, but that's where 2010 was at.
Yeah.
They thought the kitchen was for girls to make me a sandwich, you fucking loser, you know? Like, you know, that fucking dumb thing. So like they would say that to us, like that would be a common comment about like, oh yeah, you know, what are you doing? Let's get some girls in the kitchen. I didn't realize it at the time, but you know, there was like kale, organic food, blah, blah, blah. It was it was like intimidating food because if you wanted to get in the kitchen and cook and you weren't Jamie Oliver, then you were going to have Gordon Ramsay yell at you for fucking up the whole meal. It was scary. It was like you go in the kitchen, you're going to get yelled at. Gordon Ramsay's going to be pissed.
Yeah.
So don't go in the kitchen unless you knew what you were doing. But we got in the kitchen and we goofed off. And I know people were like, hey, if this idiot's going in the kitchen, then I can go in the kitchen. You know, and I think about people that watched Epic Mealtime and they'd be like, they would send me like their chef knife tattoo.
Oh, cool.
I'd be like, I just graduated from culinary school, went in it because of Epic Mealtime. We ended up being like those people that we introduced people into the culinary world, you know?
Yeah.
I know this guy Fabio used to come to like our shoots when he was younger, like literally dressed like muscles, glasses. Now I see him, he puts up pictures. Like I even commented on one of them. I was like, bro, if I'm the sauce boss, I'm like, you're the pasta master. Because he's just always making these custom pastas and stuff, you know, way beyond what I would ever be able to do or what anyone on the shows would be able to do because he grew up on Epic Mealtime and watched it and like learned from it and like pursued something because of it. And I could just imagine the type of people that probably were going to go and buy something and instead decided to save up and get a camera because of your channel or something of the sort, you know, they decided to make a decision based on how you inspired them. And I don't think about this much. I don't know if you thought about it, but I had someone, he saw me at the mall. He must've been like 17. He was like, oh my God, you're here. And I was like, yeah. He was like, my childhood, man, you're my childhood. And I didn't think about that. But when you're in elementary school, time goes very slow. It feels like a lifetime.
Yeah.
Because it's like 90% of your life back then.
Yeah.
You know, but like those 5 years watching Epic Mealtime for him, that was his childhood. Like the people that would watch Corridor Digital throughout all elementary or all high school, the impact that channel has on them. Like, you know, you end up inspiring people, you know, like Logan Paul, Jake Paul, they grew up watching YouTube. They grew up watching people on YouTube. So it's just like we've kind of like made a little rift in how society will be moving forward by introducing new players in the game in one way or another that will follow paths that we've done. Not that like I'm hyping us up like, oh, we're so great. It's just a matter of fact. Like, you know, there's 1 billion views on Epic Mealtime, you know, there's millions of subscribers. People watched it and people will be affected, you know? Yeah. And I don't know if you ever think about it, it's really trippy.
I do actually. I mean, it makes me really happy. And back when I was going to college, like right before I was leaving, I was done with high school. My grandma, I call her Maymay, my Maymay.
Is it? It was your grandfather Pip Pip?
No, he was just grandpa.
Oh, okay.
she's French Canadian. She's from Quebec, so she got
okay.
Maymay. She's usually super supportive and very kind and loving and sweet. But she pulled me aside, and unusually for her, she said, "What are you going to do that's going to help people? How is what you're going to go off to do here with filmmaking? How's that going to make any difference in the world?" And I was like, whoa, I've never been challenged by Maymay before. But when I hear stories like what you're saying here, that makes me think back to that conversation, you know, and if you've helped inspire people to pursue what they want to do, or we've helped inspire people to do what they want to do, that's helping people. And I'm glad that that's helping people. And I hope it continues to work that way. So
I agree with that. It's like one of those things where like back in the day, people be like, well, how does this help? And I'd be like, it makes people laugh, makes people smile. And I'd be like, yeah, that's good. But this is a deeper thing. If it gives people fulfillment, then I'm happy about that also. And, you know, I know firsthand because some people would message me, but when you just look at the numbers of it all, like it's just simple statistics. Some people will base their life on being like, like, there's 2 kids out there. There are kids out there that are friends and they're like, yo, we got to be like Corridor Digital. How'd Sam and Niko do it? And they go back and they look at your life story and they're like, how did they do it? Where did they go? What did they do? And they're going to like try and walk in your footsteps because they're happy with where you are right now and they want to be like that when they're older, you know?
Yeah. Well, I hope we continue to inspire people like that.
I feel like this is like 33-year-old YouTubers. Like, this is how you look back. Like the kids, man, it's for the kids,
Yeah.
you know?